All right, I'm here with Granby head football coach Larry Archie, as his team is part of the group here with the likes of Indian River, Petersburg, Bethel, Norcom, and Churchland at the Portsmouth Parks and Rec Camp. Coach, how glad are you to be back out here knowing that we are closer to the end of this dreaded pandemic and we have a football season that we know will take place on the normal time, not in the spring, it'll be in the fall.
Real pleased with the ability, first of all, just to be here.
Yeah.
I guess I'll never take this kind of thing for granted again. You know, you just assume it's going to always happen, and then last year, of course, it didn't. So we're happy and pleased to be here. Good group of kids to work with, and it's a great camp to be a part of.
You were at Norcom for so many years, had some great runs in the playoffs there, and then it feels like these last couple of years, you got to Granby, you knew it was going to be a rebuilding project.
Yes.
You were left, you came back, we weren't sure we were going to have a season, you had this abbreviated season.
Right.
I don't know if this is year 2, 3, 4. How do you feel? Does it feel like it's year 1 again, or?
No, it's a little bit better than year one. It's a little difficult not being around the kids, you know, not being in the building to get more kids out in the program. We have roughly 2,000 students, and we have about 35 guys on the roster. So we're looking forward to engaging with a lot more young men and bringing them out in the program and developing them to the point where they can come out and help us.
Mm-hmm. Any couple of guys that you could point to that have stepped up as potential leaders and or playmakers for this year?
Yeah, well, our quarterback has done pretty well. Chad Bone, he started this abbreviated season this past year.
Sure.
And Elijah Evans has played some good receiver for us. Jeremiah Gainey, DeMarco, we call him DeMarco. Jamari Horton has done well. But we have some guys. Isaiah Scott has done well. David Fentress. We have some pieces in place. It's now just a matter of adding some depth, gaining some experience and some confidence. You know, that's going to make the difference in us being, you know, a little bit better this year.
My casual observer eye could be dead wrong here. You tell me if I am. Looks like you're a little further along defensively than offensively, or do you feel a little better right now at the moment offensively than defensively as you go into August?
Defensively, you know, it's camp and it's summer, so we got quite a few kids out of town, and so there's some guys who are not sure what to do. But, you know, I believe that, you know, 7-on-7 is okay, but a camp where you get a chance for your linemen to get some work is even better. Sure. So this is their first time doing things like this. So there are a lot of mistakes and people who aren't playing maybe in the position that they'll be playing in the fall. So, but yeah, I would say right now, defensively, we're probably a little bit farther along than we are offensively.
And I think that's the case with, I know you battled here with Bethel tonight. Their offensive line, speaking with Coach Cormenius, Indian River, Churchland, Petersburg, a lot of these teams, that's kind of the theme, because you only bring back a couple starters from last season. That's going to be, I mean, that's in a lot of cases, that makes or breaks a football team, doesn't it?
Absolutely. You build a program from retention. Yeah. You know, having the same kids 2 or 3 years makes a difference. And when you're almost constantly starting over, it takes a toll on you as a coach, but it also shows up in the win-loss column, because you always knew.
Lastly, you've been in the Eastern District for quite a long time now. Is it neat for you to see the recognition the league's gotten from the likes of, you were there at Norcom, you got recognition. Certainly you see Churchland on the rise. Lake Taylor and Morey have competed in 1 state championships here in the last 4 or 5 years. How about just the district in general, where it was the 8-team league among the others in the area with the beach, the southeast and the peninsula, the Bay Rivers, and it didn't get as much love, but I think it's on par with the rest of the districts now.
I do too. I think for years the Eastern District was kind of overlooked because we would knock on the door and never knock it down. And Lake Taylor's done it, Morey's done it. Churchland, like you said, is knocking on the door. There's some programs that are on the rise and some that have been near the top or to the top and remain there for years. So I think the district is getting the respect that it deserves because it's a good district to play in.
Coach Archie tries to get his Comets to the door so they can have that chance to knock it down one day. Thank you so much. We'll look forward to seeing you this year.
Absolutely.